government is the basic public health, safety, and welfare. Well, you've seen that definition of what defines public health, safety, and welfare. And I think quality of life plays such an important role in that. That people aren't just looking to know that they have their street plowed or that the water system or the sewer system is functioning, but it's where they bring their family. They want that environment that they can say, I bring my family here, or I live my lifestyle that I can feel a part of the community that surrounds me.
When folks come to Silverton for the first time, they literally take a step back in time. So that affects our wonderful visitors who come here and their excitement level, but it profoundly affects the culture, the lifestyle, and really the values that we have in this town. Well, I think that if you don't have a sense of history, it's hard for people to really develop the culture of care for what exists. We all want to develop and have a better economy for our children, grandchildren, for our economies, but if there's not a sense of place that comes from the deep understanding, profound understanding of your historical roots in Colorado, I think it's difficult at best to move forward in a really thoughtful way.
Everyone here in Eastern Colorado is very proud of where we've come from as a community, as like homesteaders moving forward, and so we really try very hard to recognize the fact of everyone that's come before us and to pay tribute to those people. Last year we had 10,000 visitors. We get visitors from all over the place, but so many of our visitors are locals. If you're having a family function, they come down to the museum. If they're, whatever they're doing, it seems like our locals find their way down here to show off the museum to people from farther away.
It's 109 acres, 3 ponds worth, and we acquired it 3 years ago, and it is something that the citizens as well as other communities use because now we have backyard fishing, something we never had. They can come out, they can enjoy wildlife. Parks and wildlife is an essential part of quality of life. You can have the best schools, the best medical facilities, and that type of thing. But if you don't have something for them to do, something to entice them to come down, to be active, to get outside, you're not going to get the people you want.
Parks play a vital role in our community. They're truly the fabric that connects our neighborhoods, different parts of town, all together. It's where folks come to gather to celebrate. It's where they find peace and some opportunities to come out and exercise and just commune with nature. Programming is really still one of the fundamentals that Parks and Recreation provide to our community. Whether it be an interest in a specific sport or preschool programming, to those teens that want to get outdoors and experience nature.
So I just think all of the events, it really fits in our mission and vision of Alamosa. That quality of life is very vital to make it so people enjoy being in Alamosa, whether they're coming to visit, whether it's businesses, whether it's the community members. And us at City Council, I think the City of Alamosa, we do a great job to support all of these events. We have almost every weekend, we have something going on. A lot of times on the weekdays there's things going on, and it's just a great excitement for our community. You go to events, you see certain people at one event, certain at the other, some come to all of the events, but it really, so then you walk down the street, you see people you know. That's a real important part of a small community.
It is a beloved treasure in this community. This size community, it's very, very rare to have a resource like this. This is a very, people are surprised when they come to this zoo, thinking that a small community could never have a zoo that features the things that it does, that provides education, that that this resource does. Generations have been coming here. We have a lot of families that come and say they remember when, and they have pictures from way back when, and when they lived in the neighborhood and they could hear the lions roaring. We have anything from the small monkeys and the education ambassadors that we take out to schools, up to exotic animals like the lions and the zebras.
It's about a community feeling. You know, people want to be able to exercise. People want to be able to, you know, you walk on the trails, you run into your neighbors. It just brings a general community well-being and community feeling to our community to have that as an asset. There's a lot of studies out there that talk about mental health and physical well-being being tied to recreational opportunities and open space and trail systems. So we think it's important to invest in that it adds to that for our residents, as well as an economic benefit for our community and for our businesses.
One of the best things about a library is you know the social needs of your community, because you see people every day. And if you listen, every day you're going to hear maybe, you're going to know if people are looking for work, you're going to know if people, you know, are homeschooling, whatever. If you listen, whatever those needs are. The library, especially in any community, but a small community, is like the gathering place. And actually our mission statement is the hub where we inspire patrons to participate, connect, and discover. And I think when they come in, the resources are free, so they're allowed to use, whether they be technology, socializing, it can enhance their life.
It's a city-owned municipal pool, but it's much more than just a standard municipal pool, being that it's a hot springs, plus the different characters that it takes on during the year. During the summer, it's extremely busy and a lot of family-oriented, as you can tell. But in the winter, when it's still open, it becomes quite the soothing spa atmosphere where people come to quietly soak and enjoy the winter atmosphere, but still staying in the hot springs water.
When you're making decisions about which community you want to live in, where you want to raise your children, and where you're choosing to buy or build a home. And they look for those things. Where are the parks? How close are those trails? Where's the closest open space to get outdoors? And so those quality of life issues and making sure they're within like a 10-minute walking distance from homes and from businesses, that's an important part of trying to determine where's a good place for me and my family.